Hey guys, Mrhappyismissing, bringing you episode 12 to Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. And now, we begin part 2 of Countries and Kings. That's right guys, in the last episode we finished part 1, so say goodbye to Dan and say hello to Crimea.
Dain has been reborn. Word of King Pelias's coronation reaches neighboring Crimea within days. Crimea itself has spent the past 3 years rebuilding from the damage it suffered during the Mad King's War. News that Ashnard's son now sits on Dain's throne sends waves of unease and worry rippling across the land. Alas, this is not the only thing disturbing the people of Crimea during this time. There is an ever-widening gap emerging between Crimea's noble class and the nation's young ruler, Queen Elincia. Crimea lost its king during the Dain invasion, and Elincia is still an inexperienced ruler. What's more, her very existence was a secret from the public, and so she came unexpectedly to her succession. Many of Crimea's noble houses raised their voices in protest against her rule. Elincia's desire for a long-lasting peace has driven her to strengthen Crimea's ties with the Laguz nation of Gallia, and to renounce Crimea's claim to rule over a defeated Dain. Her political moderation is seen as a sign of weakness among her critics. Ike, the young hero who led Crimea to victory in the Mad King's War, was granted a peerage for his heroism and bravery. The elevation of a common mercenary to the nobility, however, widened the rift between the aristocracy and the queen yet further. Perhaps to avoid becoming mired in these power struggles, Ike renounced his peerage and took his leave of the court. Yet Ike's actions did little to placate the nobility. They continued to criticize the queen's every decision and lay squarely at her feet the blame for all of Crimea's woes.
Well, quite a mouthful there, Mr. Map Commentator. Anyway, time for the prologue of part 2 on Drifting Clouds. So you have acknowledged Pelias as the newly crowned King of Dain. Your Majesty, this is beyond the pale. I've not forgotten our war with Dain. 3 years is not so long as that, but do not forget. And also, we're kind of seeing through Elincia's view a little bit, it seems like. If we allow hatred to rule our hearts, we become prisoners of our past. A lasting peace serves both nations. Bravo, Your Majesty. Well spoken indeed. Your words paint a picture of idealism rarely seen here at the court. However, and I beg your forgiveness, it is quite apparent your grasp of politics remains childishly naive. Abandoning rule over Dain, then reconciling with our most hated enemy. This will not do. The people will soon take their discontent to the streets. What's more, why choose Bastion, the Count affair, as your envoy? His skills in court are vital to Crimea. Send away such a key figure. Tell me, Your Highness, how exactly do you plan to rule without him? The Count affair himself gladly volunteered as delegate. Her Majesty's decision was only... Lady Lucia, still your tongue. You are not Her Majesty. Do not presume to speak for her. Yes, Lady Lucia, please refrain from speaking in having not been directly addressed. Your familiarity with the Queen does not grant you a seat in the Royal Assembly. Although you may have raised as a sister to Her Majesty the Queen, kindly remember your place. Yeah, my apologies. And you, General Joffrey, does your loyalty to... Those with a taste for gossip are talking. I wonder, have you heard what the Help is saying about you? At any rate, growing discontent has brought the royal family of Crimea to a crossroad of sorts. Your Highness, this is all on you. Indeed, Your Majesty, whatever do you intend to do? Oh man, politics. And the reason why everything was kind of grayscaled is because that was Elincia thinking about it. Queen Elincia! And hello, Marcia. Marcia, how are you today? And what are you doing here? Lucia told me about those no-good Nick Nobles and their chest-beating contest, so I thought you could use some cheering up. Also, I'm gonna be switching between Lucia and Lucia a lot. I generally I favor Lucia, but I don't know. We'll see. You weren't in your chambers or the garden, so I guess you would be out here. Forgive me. I needed some time to think. I'm sorry to trouble you. Not at all. After everything you've done for me, it's the least I could do. It was nice of you to hire me as a royal knight, but hiring my sponge-brained, spine-deprived brother might qualify you for a sainthood. Even so, I'm afraid I may also have caused you a great number of hardships. Huh? Oh, the grief I'm getting from the nobles? It's nothing I can't handle. If you think your country has stuffed shirt windbags for aristocracy, you should see Benyon's. When I was a Pegasus Knight there, they had a new shenanigan every week. After that, the Crimean crybabies are no big deal. No, it's my fault, and I'm sorry. I'm so new at this all. Even you are affected by my blunders. Sometimes I think maybe I just don't have what it takes to be a queen. That's so not true, Queen Elincia. Anyone can strut around in a queen hat and say she's a ruler, but you always put your people first. Look, it's not that you're doing a bad job with Dan getting a new king and all. People are worried that Dan will start another war like the one 3 years ago, and they're taking it out on you. Just don't let those peacock-wearing nobles bug you, and remember that you don't have to go it alone. You've got friends everywhere. Thank you, Marcia. Your kind words have lifted my spirits. That's right. I'm not alone. I must be strong for the sake of our people as the protector of our homeland. Gosh, so much dialogue in this one. Oh, don't worry guys, we're getting to the action soon. Huh? Queen Elincia, what the heck is going on over there? Hey, howdy, hey. Hey, how dare you harass us? Begone, insolent fools! Begone, I say! And all that text says is, why are these soldiers bothering us? Fear not, my lady. The senile old bird will gladly trade his life for your protection. They say nothing is as beautiful as the herons of Serenus, especially a royal princess. You'll fetch a pretty penny from some lord or other, and our pockets are a little light. What do you say, Captain? Yes, naturally. She should prove and make a fine gift. Seize them and mind the raven's talons. Wow, I just suddenly went from normal voice to snooty. This is unbelievable. Stand back, you unrepentant dogs. Neolucci does not give in easy. And, of course... Man, silence that cawing raven. Who would pay for an old crow like that anyway? Leave him. Stop right there. Company. How droll. Hey, Benyon Draco Knights, are you lost or have you just been letting those scaly flea bags do your navigating? What are you doing in Crimea's sky? We've merely strayed a bit in our duties patrolling the border. Do you have a problem with that? You and your flying snakes are in violation of Crimea's sovereignty. Besides, do you have any idea who you're dealing with here, reptile breath? Marcia, stop. We can't afford to start antagonizing the Benyon army. I am the Queen of Crimea. But your majesty, we can't just let these wyvern monkeys run rampant. And we're not going to. As long as they don't realize I'm the queen, we should be fine. Benyon Draco Knights, you will only be warned once. Leave this area immediately. I serve the Queen of Crimea. Trespassers on Crimean territory will be dealt with, no exceptions. The Queen, she says, the very Queen that relied on us, the Benyon Empire, to free her nation. Imperial Draco Knights are not frightened by soldiers so weak as Crimean Pegasus Knights. Wow, what an ass. Listen up, leave those two alone. This is the Serene's maidest we want. Do not allow her to escape. Looks like we'll not talk any sense into them. I suppose we have no choice. Sir Neolucci, we're here to help you. I'll be. It's Her Majesty Queen Elincia. Fate has smiled upon us. I need to learn the voices, and I need to get them down now before I start messing up like I already am. I hate to be a bother considering it has been so long, but your assistance is most appreciated. Okay. Protect Leanne to keep her from being kidnapped if she's taken. Keep fighting until you take her back. Alright, it's relatively simple. So, a few things. One, there is only there are only 9 units. Our goal is to survive for 8 turns. I believe there are respawns. There's also something else. But we'll worry about that later. This is an all-flying map, as you can see, so gotta be careful. These Dracos are pretty strong. But first things first, as with any new unit, for the most part, except for Tormod, Moirum, and Vika, who I never discussed at all. I'll discuss them later. They do show up later in the game, so you'll see them. So, instead of going around in circles, how about we talk about characters? We'll start with the queen herself, Elincia. So, she is a queen, which is her own special class. She is treated as a Draco Knight, essentially. Her base stats are damn amazing. Her HP is nice, too. She uses swords and staves, which she can do. As you can see right there. She's got Renewal with her, which will restore 10% of her total HP each turn, which is always a nice thing. She's also got the Stun ability, which can inflict 3 times normal damage and paralyze enemy for 1 turn. That's really good ability. Anyway, I guess I flipped around too much. Here are the actual base gross anyway. She's pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. Granted, a couple of her gross are not where they should be, or, well, by should be, I mean, as good as they could be, but Elincia overall is a pretty damn amazing unit, and her base stats just make her that much better. Although, unfortunately, she's nerfed by the fact that she has to hold a slim sword to fight for this round, so she's only going to be putting out 21 raw damage. But that's beside the point, and that's pretty much all I have to say about Elincia. Anyway, moving on to Marcia, who's not nearly as good. Marcia is a Falcon Knight. The Falcon Knight, the evolved form of Pegasus Knight. Falcon Knights have an increased speed and blah blah blah. Okay, I'm sorry, it sounds very like Dex, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, she's a Falcon Knight, which is not the highest class actually, but it's the second highest. So Marcia's base stats are also pretty good, and she's not as nerfed because she's actually given a Steel Lance and Javelin. However, just her gross make her not as good as Elincia. And then Elincia gets a major buff later, actually in this part, meaning like the end game of part 2. Anyway, that's besides that. And actually, I accidentally switched to Neolucci, so let's talk about Neolucci, the Raven. He is an old man, and as with most Legoos, his base growths are pretty bad, but that's because every time he gets a +1, it's actually a +2 when he's transformed. Neolucci is pretty good. His bases come at a nice level, and when he's transformed, he just becomes some really kick-ass, but unfortunately, he suffers from the Legoo Stone, and that's really all there is to say about him. And by Legoo Stone, the Beast Meter, that's what I actually meant. Legoo Stone will actually help him transform. Anyway, enough of that. We'll now go to the Heron Leanne. She is my favorite Heron of the 3. There are only 3 you get to play in the game, and she's my favorite. And as I was saying earlier, she's not actually proficient in the English language, or the universal language as it's called in this game, I believe. Although she is learning, you'll see that a little bit later. But her luck is out the frickin' wazoo, man. Look at that, 27. As for her gross, like Raphael, which I don't know if I discussed or not, her gross are pretty terrible, with the exception of her luck. There are some decent stats, but she is very frail. You have to keep her off the front lines, but that goes for pretty much every Heron. And that's about it. She comes at level 5, and she can gold or vigor at pretty much any time she wants. The difference between her and Raphael is, 1, she counts as a flying unit, and then 2, her normal form cannot do all 4. She can only do north, south, or east, west. You'll see what I mean later. Alright, first things first, we need to start clearing out. So let's get Elincia over here and get her in action. Not bad. Not bad at all. Neolucci won't take any damage. So what I'm going to do is Neolucci over here. Now you get to see some Raven action in here. Oh man, 0% hit. Yeah, this is a very unique phase of the game because this takes place over the air. And then, like most other Legoos units, Elincia will act as an EXP eater because he's already level 22. Although, technically speaking, Marsha's level 25, and I guess Elincia is technically 21, but that's beside the point. Alright, we're gonna have Elincia clean up over here with the Slim Sword. Okay, now that that's taken care of. Yeah, Elincia, actually, for the most part, I'm pretty sure everyone will be eating experience except for Marsha. Because, Elincia, won't promote. She physically cannot promote, so she's probably going to be eating experience for a little while. However, Marsha will not be eating experience, thankfully. Unfortunately, I put Elincia in a bad spot. Wow, she can't even... Oh, no wonder. The clouds probably act as a movement nerf. Alright, let's take a look at the ranges of everybody. Okay. Oh dear. Well, it looks like Leanne might be getting kidnapped this turn. So I'm just going to move everyone here, leave that there, and I'll wait there. And let's go to turn 2. Okay, Marsha's being attacked. Okay, good dodge. Okay, Marsha's actually getting assaulted right now. Oh dear, she actually hit a 48. Luckily, Marsha is fast and, well, she's dodgy too. Generally, speed creates dodginess. Yawn, boy, I'm bushed. Hey, partner, you tired? How's a nap sound? Do you want to rest your wings a bit? Huh? We're running late, but I'm sleepy. What did you call me? That wasn't very nice, overgrown lizard. Please tell me that's not what I think it is. Oh, this is perfect. Benyon Draco Knights, just my stinking luck. And Haar. I don't know if we actually saw his name, but his name is Haar. And I will discuss him in a second. So, if we bring Marsha over here, we can talk and say hello to Haar. Hey, look who's here. It's Haar. Hello, Marsha. I see you're still flying about on that apple-eating hair bag. And you're still asleep at the reins of that foul-smelling... Oh, crackers. I don't have time for your nonsense. Crackers? Really, Marsha? That's... never mind. Open that one good eye of yours and take a look around, will you? Shots fired. Those Benyon Draco Knights have invaded Crimean skies. You've got to help us save the Legoos. They're trying to kidnap... Well, come on, Haar. Me? Why? I owe the Queen a favor or two, but I'm not one of her soldiers. You cad, does having fought together at the Mad King's War mean nothing to you? Well, no, but look, I've got a delivery to make, and this cargo's really heavy. Sorry, Marsha, maybe next time. Next time? You liver-loving jerk? Will you really abandon us? What kind of man are you? The kind who lives to sleep another day. Well, good luck to you. See you around. Stop, you have to stay and help. Okay, Haar, hear me out. You were an Imperial Draco Knight once, right? It's your job to fix this. They're your old comrades. You have to keep them in line. Huh? You're not making a lick of sense, girl. Why do I have to make sense? If Jill were in trouble, I bet you'd help her. And there it is. This is the relation. Remember that letter that Jill was writing in part 1? This is who it was going to. Captain Haar. Please, please, please. Come on, Haar. You've got to help us. You have to. Is it really all that bad? Yes, they're a tough bunch, and I'm all alone. I don't think I can manage to protect Queen Elincia. Please say you'll help, if only for the safety of the Queen. Oh, fine. I really don't have time for this, but I guess I can lend a hand. Thank you so much. I take back all the things I was thinking about you earlier. That girl's nothing but trouble. Well, if we're going to do this, let's get it over with. Up and at 'em, partner. And we get Captain Haar. Now let's discuss Captain Haar a little bit. He is one of my favorite units. I'm just going to say that flat out. Captain Haar is one of my favorite units. I use him a lot If you look at his strength, his skill, and his defense growth, they pretty much speak for themselves. Where Jill is good in resistance, Haar is good in defense and strength. And Jill's got a little more speed. Jill actually resembles a Falcon Knight more than she resembles a Draco Knight, in my opinion. Anyway, so Haar is Dragon Master, which is the second class of the Draco Knight set. Haar is strong as hell. He's got awesome weapons. He's got a nice hit rate. He's just an amazing unit overall. And look at his base stats. They also come really nice at this level. Granted, his HP growth isn't very good at 30%. However, he also comes with 46 HP to begin with, so it's not like you really need it immediately. Anyway, enough about rambling about Haar and his amazingness. We're just gonna go ahead and kick some ass and take some names. Let's see here. We're gonna have Elincia step up and hit this guy. Perfect. Okay, Elincia gets the kill. The one thing I don't like about this is that the air battles take a little while. But that's because they're always flying under and over and all that good stuff. Alright, Elincia gets another kill. We'll move her north and we'll wait. And let's get Captain Haar in the action. With a steel axe. Look at that power. Look at that speed. Now look at Haar. Now back at me. Now look at Haar. Now back at me. I'm not Haar. But I could be the Haar. Your Haar is... I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, Haar is amazing, and he comes over. He's overpowered at this point in the game. Like, getting this amazing unit, and what's even better, he gets like full EXP for kills, which is really nice. Neolucci. I want Neolucci to revert. We'll have him revert back when we need him. Let's take a look. There's one thing I do know, however. I do want to get this short axe and try to get it without any uses used on it. Alright, everyone's in a nice protective spot, so we're just going to move her there and chill. Okay, and now we take a look-see at everyone else. Alright, Haar, let's go aggro. Aggro Crag. We'll wait there. Neolucci can wait there. Marcia, come over here. You here, and last but not least, Leanne here. And let me show you her golder. So as you can see, it's going to be Elincia and Marcia, the squares highlighted in red, or it's going to be Neolucci. So just for the EXP, I'm just going to go ahead and gold her, even though I don't really need to. Plus, I don't plan on moving them anyway. But 10 EXP. Alright, that'll do. Oops, I accidentally shifted the camera. There we go. Okay, and Haar is under attack by a measly hand axe. Oh, ow, the pain. Ow. Okay, and this guy's attacking physically. What a dunderhead. Okay, and now Haar is going to smite this Draco. And now that that's over with, we can move on with our lives. Okay, and then ability activates. Basically, it's Blessing, which will store HP to all adjacent allied units equal to this unit's magic power. She's only got 3 magic, but hey, it's better than nothing. Alright, Neolucci's ready to go, but we're not going to need to use him because I'm just going to use Haar and I'm going to smack this guy with a steel axe and he's going to die. And also, yeah, Haar is what I would define as probably one of the most badass units of the game. He's riding a black dragon and he's got an eye patch. It's kind of part of the definition of badass in my book anyway. I need to... What's your movement? 9, okay. So 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll move right there. And now let's check the range of everyone else. Okay, Haar will aggro actually, which is nice. I'm gonna have Elincia aggro up here actually. I'll move Leanne. Actually, I'll just move everyone up here as well. Haar doesn't need the help. Everyone else does. Okay, and Haar is getting attacked, and whoever attacks hard will die. That's my motto. Or his motto. And Haar is just putting this iron poleaxe to shame. Nighty night. And Haar's actually almost about to get a level. Player phase. Oh, I'm not far. Oh yeah, the clouds. I forgot about that. So Elincia, you move there. You move there. Leanne, you stay close by. Don't need you to get kidnapped. That'd be preferable. What's this guy's range? So I need to try to stay away from those. So I will move Haar right in there. And we'll go again. Oh snap, he's moving. Hey, that's not fair. You're not supposed to move. And Elincia dodges, as per usual. And now it's Elincia's turn to attack. She's not getting any of her specials off, which I'm not surprised, but it'd be nice to get some of those off. Alright, now here's where the trouble begins. So, this guy needs to die. And he's actually pretty damn decent too. That's the worst part about that. See, look at this. Yeah, Elincia wouldn't even do anything to this guy, which is unfortunate. Haar, however, is made for this battle. 50, and then if I got Neolucci to, shoot. I think I'm going to try to take out this guy first. And then we'll worry about the boss later. Ooh, stun. Oh, and a critical. Elincia just raped this unit in one go. Good job, Elincia. Congratulations. Well, we saw everything there is to see about Elincia now. So we'll just move her up north, and then we will go to our options, and we will turn off her battle animations because we don't need them anymore. Okay, can Neolucci reach now? No, he cannot. Can Marcia even do damage? No, she cannot. Not with the javelin, anyway. But can she attack with a steel lance? And kill? Yes, she can. Let's see if she does. And GG, no rematch. Okay, and now we can stray off of Marcia, and now we can worry about the boss. Okay, so I guess we'll just start with Haar. See if he can kick some ass, take some names. Well, if it isn't Zephyrin, what brings the Draco Knives into Crimean skies? Haar? Why couldn't you just stay on patrol? Saw a pretty little heron and just had to have her. Is that it? I never could decide if you were more greedy or more corrupt. Stupid was never in the question, though. Who do you think you are? You're a traitor, just like Shiraharim. Shiharim. Learn to pronounce stuff when snooty snoot. And recognize spit on your name. Do they now? Well, here's your chance to try the real thing. Ooh. And they look very similar, except Haar's more badass. And can he hit with the hand, the short axe? Yay! He missed. And now Haar will get 2 shots off. Ooh, cancel, which will cancel any and all counterattacks. Unfortunately, that's a little bit too late. Okay, we will move Haar right here. We will move Neolucci right here. And shift. And we will have Leanne go ahead and gold her north-south, or east-west. And she'll move right there. Let's see what Neolucci can do to this guy. It's actually my best interest to do this because there's only... Now, be gone with you. The skies and the heron are ours. I can't wait to see your corpse smashed across the Crimea's landscape. Wow, what an ass. Anyway, Neolucci will most likely dodge the hit. If he doesn't, I'm going to be very upset. Okay, good. And now Haar can clean up in 1 shot. I really only wanted Neolucci to do some damage, so Haar could kill this guy in 1 shot, and we could preserve the short axe for what it is. Alright, Haar. It's cleanup time. Nighty-night. And now Haar will get a short axe at full usage, which is nice. And he gets 100 EXP on the dot. Let's see Haar's first level. Wow, he missed strength. But he got skill and defense, so... Yeah, Haar's already good, so I'm not going to complain too much about levels, although I would prefer that he get a little strength, but hey, that's just me. And tumble, tumble, tumble. And we got the short axe at full usage, and we'll just stop there. And literally, we have nothing to do. We have to survive for 8 turns. That's the only victory condition. So we're just going to wait here, and Leanne's going to gold her, because she can get experience that way. And that'll end that turn. And I think after waiting this last turn, we'll be okay. Okay, and that's that. Yeah, you run, dragon backers, and don't ever come back to Crimea. Marcia, they're dead. How could they run? Silly Marcia. Princess Leanne, it's a pleasure to see you again. I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Are you hurt? Foreign language of the herons. Queen Elincia, thank you for helping us. I'm glad to see you again. Lady Leanne is very grateful for your help with those ruffians. Thanks, Neolucci, we just said that. And it's quite delighted to see you again, Your Majesty. Frankly, I don't think these old bones will have been up to the task of protecting the princess without your help. He's got short-term memory loss, so that's why his voice is constantly changing. The most important thing is that you're both safe. Sir Neolucci, but what brings you here? As far as I knew, the both of you weren't residing in Gallia. We came to see Sir Ike. It is imperative that my lady sees General Ike as soon as possible. We were traveling to the royal palace in Melior for that very purpose. That's unfortunate. Ike left Melior more than half a year ago. After that, rumor has it that he reorganized the Grail mercenaries. Now no one seems to know where they are. What? This is most unexpected. What are we supposed to do now? Damn it, Neolucci, get your voice straight. Sir Ike isn't here, but since you've traveled all this way to Crimea, would you like to visit the royal court? I'd be happy to investigate the whereabouts of the Grail mercenaries during your stay. Well, we don't want to be a bother, but it would be very kind of you. To be honest, there are matters about which I must speak with Sir Ike myself. And regardless, we're always delighted to have such splendid guests as yourselves. I must tell you, however, that, and I am ashamed to say it, there's unrest among certain circles here in Crimea. I hope nothing will happen to disturb your visit with us. Unrest, you say? Yes, I trust, however, my protection will be enough to keep you from harm's way. Ain't that the truth? And I guess that's it for the prologue, which is actually really lengthy due to dialogue and cutscenes and all that crap. Anyway, well, it's not really crap, it's... but whatever. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for Radiant Dawn episode 12. So thanks for joining me, guys, This has been Mrhappyismissing, and I will see you in the next video.